Alright, what's going on, y'all? My name is Zeph, but you can call me Zeph. I was supposed to say something different, but I don't care. And today, I know it's been a while since I've posted on my YouTube channel, but today, I wanted to briefly discuss some changes that are coming to the state of the channel and some content that might be coming, things like that. So, first and foremost, I want to basically mention that I'm going to kind of slow down on the Twitch streaming for a while because right now my focus is to shift my content that I put out. And that's why you are listening to me right now. And the reason why I'm posting this on my YouTube channel is because I'm planning on using this more to get this, post videos. This doesn't mean that I'm going to be posting like gameplay or highlights, stream highlights or whatever. I considered doing that, but then when I went to actually try and do it, all of the data for it, like all the video footage that I had for those types of highlights, it was all corrupted. So I couldn't do that. It was actually kind of a bummer, and it kind of demoralized me from, trying to pursue doing YouTube stuff again for a little while there. But now I'm back on that, I'm back on that train, I guess. But with a different objective. So, I've found that I have a much larger passion for music. And with that being said, I'm going to use that as an opportunity to kind of change up my content and post some stuff that I have a bit more of a liking towards, a bit more of an interest in. So consider this the first video of a change that involves me posting more music related content. Now, what does that mean? If you're not in the Discord, well, if you're in the Discord, you already know what it is, and you can join the Discord, link in the description, all links, shit like that. But if you're not in the Discord, or if you're new here, basically what this means is that I'm going to be doing some more music related content from uh basic things like kind of reviews and things like that of songs, albums, artists that I personally listen to, and talk about different labels and things like that, and finally try and do some music production. And I'm going to be trying to do some production streams and things like that on Twitch from time to time. I don't know if that's going to be just on Twitch. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube as well, but we'll see. I don't know how frequent they're going to be. But for right now, my plan is to do different videos about various topics that are all related to music in some capacity. Now, that can be pretty much anything, really. It can be talking about production. It can be like track breakdowns if I'm able to do that, if I find a way to be able to do that. Or it could be something like certain song reviews and things like that, talking about different copyright safety things or whatever. If you're trying to get into streaming and you want to use certain songs, basically kind of pointing out certain artists or groups or labels or things like that, and kind of what to look for, certain signs and things like that. If you're a YouTuber, if you're a Twitch streamer, things like that. And I kind of talk about that stuff on the streams as well. I've talked about that before numerous times, but maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe I won't. I don't know how long I can make that video. I'm not too well versed in that, but for what it's worth, I do plan to make some videos related to music because I have a much larger passion for it than I do for video games. Or at least I like now I have a much larger passion for music than I do for video games. I find that if it's something that I don't know if it's anything that anybody's noticed on Twitch, at least. I frequently struggle with, or I have frequently struggled with finding not finding music, finding games to play that I like, that interest me. So I've noticed that it's kind of gotten a bit harder and harder and harder to do a decent stream with certain games. However, with music, with the music related content, I think I'll be able to kind of talk about that stuff more because I have much more of a passion for it. And it's going to be a focus on EDM. Let me make that clear because a lot of people might not know, like, because music in general, you can talk about anything. My focus is going to be on EDM because that's what I listen to. I'll talk about some artists that I personally like, and I'll talk about some artists that what they make and how they compare to the rest of my catalog. Like, I'm looking at my Spotify right now, and I see David Guetta sitting right next to a rapper by the name of Josh A in 2 different daily mixes, and then next to that is Kuro, and then next to that is a lo-fi catalog. Like, it's just a bunch of different things. So my taste in music is quite varied. But with that in mind, I think it gives me and I think it gives a lot of people unique perspectives on the world of music, and I kind of want to use that as an opportunity to discuss when it comes to artists or songs or song reviews or whatever, to kind of talk about my personal history with the artist, with the track, if it's a track that's been out for a long time, if it's an album that's been out for a long time, if it's something that I have a lot of an attachment towards, or an artist that I have a lot of attachment towards, or things like that. I kind of want to expose people to more music, or kind of expose people to more opportunities to listen to music that I personally enjoy, so that way people aren't kind of closed-minded on all of it. So I need to make it clear that I will not be talking about pop. You will not see Taylor Swift on my channel unless the song I'm talking about is a cover of a Taylor Swift track, or it has Taylor Swift as a feature, which is probably not likely. However, that's just something I should make very clear. I do not plan to talk about artists like Taylor Swift or The Weeknd or anybody like that, because I don't listen to them. It's mainly going to be artists that I listen to. So you're probably going to see artists, like, just looking at my homepage on Spotify, you're probably going to see Etherwood, who's a liquid drum and bass artist. You're probably going to see Hybrid Minds, who I absolutely love. You're going to see Metric. You're probably going to see Soundquell. You're going to see Riot. You're going to see Graphics. You're going to see, like, all these different artists that I listen to that you may have heard on my streams. And that's something to take into account. Now, rambling aside, because I did just ramble big time, but it all kind of relates to the topic at hand. Back on track, though, what I want to mention is that my first video that I have planned for this change is going to be a discussion. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know how short it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be 5 minutes or 45 minutes. Probably won't be 5 minutes, but the point is, I want to try and do Monster Cat justice. And I'm not going to be able to do that in a 5-minute video. And a lot of these videos that I've seen about Monster Cat kind of don't paint a full picture. And it's more of the main thing I've found is that a lot of people, or at least a lot of the videos that I've seen, they kind of talk about not necessarily the history of Monster Cat, or kind of how it kind of got to where it is. It kind of talks about, like, why is Monster Cat the way that it is today? Well, it fell off, yada, yada, yada. So I want to see if I can take that and kind of flesh out that idea a bit more, and kind of bring it to a larger scale thing, where instead of making like a 5-minute video about, like, well, this is how the label started and this is my personal history with it, I'm still going to talk about those two things, because obviously those are important in a video that I make about a label. Monster Cat, like, how Monster Cat started and my personal history with it is probably going to be very important to how it shapes the video. So I'm going to talk about that, but I also want to talk about a lot of key turning points. I don't want to just talk about, like, how it started, how I feel about it, and what change I think caused all the quote-unquote problems that people have. So I want to take the video and basically go through key turning points, or like key events that are in the label's history that mark, like, significant points in time. So that would be, or at least in the eyes of the community, visualizer changes, the Rocket League partnership, the acquisition of Silk Music, those things. And I want to talk about those things and how they impacted the label and its community, and a lot of more community-based decisions, like with things like their podcast and Call of the Wild, along with Monster Cat Silk's showcase and other things like that. Different initiatives they've added, adjusted, removed, to kind of paint an overall picture of how the label started, how it kind of popularized itself, how it got incredibly well known, and to kind of this state of, I don't want to say like mellow, but kind of the position that it's in today. And I think that I think the way, or at least I hope the way that I would paint the picture would be better. It would be a better kind of analysis than an op-ed, really. And because I don't want it to just be like an op-ed, so I'm gonna try and get it going. And by the time you're hearing this, there's a pretty solid chance that I've already started writing the script for it. That's right, I am making a script. I do care about this, and I do want to try and make this work well. So by the time you hear this, there's a very good chance that I've already started the script. I don't know how far along I'll be, because I'm recording this on Saturday, January 25th, and I just got home from work. I'm literally still in my work shirt. But the point is, I'm going to try and give this my best, because I haven't done that with the videos, and I never really did. And I don't think I really did that with Twitch either. And I think part of that is because I don't really have much of a passion for video games anymore. I don't know if that's going to change now, but I hope it does. And I'm hoping that, a focus on music will be the kick that I need to kind of focus more on making a good quality video, rather than trying to actually make a video to begin with. Because it feels like I'm just going to try and use my own discipline that I'm trying to build up. But with all that said, my plan for right now, just an overall synopsis, if you've made it this far, I thank you for listening to my incoherent ramblings, because I didn't write a script for this, to kind of paint an overall picture. This is going to be a change, a big shift for me, and I hope you guys join in on the journey. But with that being said, keep an eye out for the Monster Cat video. I don't know what I'm going to title it, and I've got something really cool in store for that video as well, and I'm going to keep that as a secret for now. I've talked to a couple of people about it. Obviously, the person that's helping me out with it the most needs to know. So we're on the same page about that. I'm going to talk to him and see if I can get him to keep it on the down low. It might be too late, but I don't know. I've talked to my staff about it, and I really do appreciate all their help with this, and being like supportive. They're not doing like a crazy amount of stuff to make it happen, except for one of them. But for the ones that aren't kind of going all in on this, I do still appreciate the kind of support that they're giving, and because it does mean a lot, and I do want to try and do right by that. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of the video, or the rest of the content coming up. Monster Cat video is going to be the first one that I do, and I'm really excited about it, because I do have a lot of ideas for what I want to do with the video. Unlike a lot of the other topics or things that I've kind of considered talking about, I do have a lot of ideas, and I'm very excited about how this is going to go. With that being said, hope everybody enjoyed. I really appreciate you watching up to this point. If you did, and you have cookies at home, you earned them. Congratulations. You can hear it from me. You earned a cookie. But all jokes aside, thank you everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you're watching this on a weekend, enjoy your weekend. And I hope you are looking forward to the Monster Cat video. And thank you to everybody for tuning in. Much love. Take care. Stay safe. And peace out.